were telling me something that. I said, fuck that, I'm gonna go lay down.
Yeah.
I just, got right home and hurt. Sucks.
Yeah, I like to, if I have to go in there for something, I'm gonna go in there, do it, and let me go home. I don't wanna lay around the house.
Well, my company is losing a heavy amount of money. The guys I work for, and they were like, we can't afford you. And so I'm doing like independent work for them right now. But my base salary is
They can't afford you because of medical?
no, they're covering all my medical bills for me.
Is that why they can't afford you?
They just can't afford to pay me what they pay me. And they're not making money. These guys are not good at running a business, dude. One of the guys lost his temper at a $10,000 deal today.
He did what?
He lost his temper. Just one of the partners at the company. He just got pissy with the people, and then they sent me an email after. It was like, you're a great guy, but not working with him.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Well, I'm already interviewing with a couple different companies, so it's not too stressed about it. But.
Yeah, well, you're gonna get something.
Well, no, anyway, point being, these guys are covering the insurance still, which is awesome.
Oh, okay.
So praise be to them.
You're on, say hi to people.
Hi, people.
They can barely see you.
Y'all can barely see me.
Not you.
Maybe I don't want to be seen.
Maybe
Am I
no.
on camera or not?
Not really.
What is going on, everybody? Subscribe and like, please. We need likes. As many likes as we can get. 18.
You'll be on there now. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab this stuff.
So, is everybody up on the new UFO shit? It's one of my pet peeves.
What, like information out there?
Yeah. There's a lot of shit jumping off, man. They're seeing UFOs everywhere. And, I mean, UFOs don't care anymore. You know, they used to cloak themselves and they just said, fuck it.
Yeah, I told her that, Bob.
They just said, fuck it. I mean, they've got... This was one from, where was it from? God, I can't remember. It's an older one. It's the most clear video of a UFO ever. Is it Italy? No, I think it's Turkey. It's in Turkey. And the ship comes in, vivid, great, movie of it. And it comes in and you can see them in there. In the ship, like piloting it. You know,
Two of them.
Yeah. Then it came back 2 days later, there was only one of them in there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I just hearing about this shit?
You've been paying
Because
like the Tic Tac videos and stuff.
yeah, but I think this happened like 5 or 6 years ago. The one I'm talking about. And I just heard about it recently. Yeah, the Tic Tac.
Well, I tell you about the time I saw the UFO. And then the next night I came back and I brought him and I proved him. So I was at my apartment, this is like 2012, 2011. And I'm out there smoking a joint on the back porch, which is over a lake, and I can just see everything.
Yeah.
And fucking orb comes flying in. And this is like, it looks like a disco ball, right? And then all these, what's up, man? All these little miniature orbs come flying out of it and start like detaching and attaching and then do like a circle and then reattach.
Rudy.
I know, just me.
I'm Bruce, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
Sage.
We haven't yet, Sage.
Oh my god, those are beautiful clothes. Oh, so fucking A.
I smoked some tea.
So you saw a UFO?
Oh, so this ball starts floating around, right? And then another ball would have detached it and take off to the other side, like out of distance immediately fast. Then like 5 minutes later, it's still sitting there. They start doing like these flashing lights. The other one reappears and little, like the mini disco balls would turn into a red dot and disappear.
Wow.
Next day I see it again and I call this guy out. Steve comes out and we go to a Borden Park. And I'm like, just watch that thing coming in. And all of a sudden I'm like, it's gonna turn red and it's gonna dart across the sky. Boom, happened. We saw like 3 of them. And,
I think I saw some when I was in Alaska. It was in Alaska, man. It was a really clear night, You know, there was no aurora borealis going on.
There was none?
Not that night, it wasn't cold enough.
Okay.
And so me and my girlfriend was sitting in her, she had a convertible Volkswagen. There's a place called Chena Ridge, right above Fairbanks. It's like ridges, like that. And we were sitting there, man, all of a sudden, and the airport is down here. You can see the airport.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it was like 4 things. And they came in, stopped just like that on a dime. And she said, those helicopters. I said, wait a minute. We rolled the window down, because they're making out the car. We rolled the window down, you didn't hear no helicopters.
Right, for silent.
It was silent.
Completely silent.
And they were there for about maybe 10 seconds and they just gone.
When I was flying home from Paris, somewhere it was, we had, over the U.S. at that point, I don't know what would be the flight path, probably come up from like South Carolina to roll up. Orange orb started following our plane. I could look right out, and I could just see this orange orb just following our plane after about 20 minutes. Just
Yes, a lot of orange orbs. They're seen all over the world. The orange ones, yeah, they're seen everywhere, man. That's wild.
Maybe it's a certain species.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, they're different ones.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they're different ships and stuff, because they're different ones. Supposedly, about 60 different ones visiting us.
Let's see. I just want to get out of here for a little bit.
I want them to come down here and
They need to help us.
they need to come down here and straighten this shit out, man. Cause this shit is fucked up, dude. Ooh, excuse me. This shit is messed up, dude.
You know, I can swear I can't.
Man, I can't get over how fucked up things are, man.
I'm gonna get the Don back. Get excited.
What are you talking about? Oh, Trump?
Oh, he'll win.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he will. Oh, I don't want it.
He's not gonna win.
I'll put you $20 down right now.
20.
Air fiber. I hate it.
That's
I don't want it to happen.
It's not gonna happen, dude. It's not gonna happen. There's a lot of people who are gonna vote
Yes.
for him. I agree. A lot of people
Wow.
are gonna vote for him, but it's not gonna be enough people. There's more people that want democracy to live, to go on.
It's more people statistically, but we're operating on an electoral college, an outdated system, but
No.
and that's how he wins.
Well, then, why didn't he win the last time?
The electoral college.
No. Okay, what I'm saying is he didn't win the last time against Biden, right?
Oh, the first time, yeah, the first
Yeah,
time.
so
yeah.
He lost by 7 million votes. Nobody wants that crap, man.
I'm gonna vote for myself.
Nobody wants to
I
convict.
wish.
I did vote for myself.
No, nobody wants to
Ruin my own
convict.
name.
Nobody
Oh my
wants
God.
to
I can do
convict
it.
president.
Yeah,
You can.
you can choose your own. I mean, I'm never gonna get voted
Yeah,
for, but
You can write in
No,
whatever,
there's-
you can
there
write
is a-
in whatever you want.
there's a document somewhere in the United States government that says Bruce Barr ran for president.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
can, you
God.
can, you can write yourself
That's
in if you want to.
Hell yeah, couldn't vote for either of them, man. Didn't support either of them.
Well, you know
I
what?
might do that, bitch. I'm not even sure if I even want to vote. I don't.
It's your American right to not vote as well.
It is your American right not to vote.
I was most likely not going.
And let me tell you something. Ain't nothing wrong with voting when you're voting properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with voting. Don't let anybody tell you.
get you a new fucking.
You know, I mean, if you have things that you want done,
Yeah.
you know. But I'll be honest with you, I don't like politics, period.
No, yeah, it's all just a
Hand me one.
loophole. It's all just kind of.
Your hands are not filthy. Hand me one of those. Yeah, I know what you mean though about that voting thing, man.
Yeah.
Because you know, once they get in there, they can do whatever they want to do, you know.
And try, it's hot.
Because, I mean,
Oh my God.
Biden is no friend to me.
Ooh.
Biden has done some fucked up stuff in the past that I didn't like. But-
This one to that one?
That one.
Is better?
No, the one you gave me.
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Because this one's made with lard, that one's made with butter.
Oh, lard was the better option. Oh,
Oh, this one's made with fruit.
So for people that are looking in, we're taste testing some bread,
Try the cheese dip.
breadsticks, made by
Yeah.
our king here.
Mark.
Hmm?
I like the one Mark.
Really? Alright.
Yeah, you good.
You're perfect. I'm cleaning it up.
Oh, wow.
I'm just moving over. He wants to take the king chair,
Yeah. Alright.
which I should rightfully be sitting in,
I'm
but
gonna go grab my water real quick.
I will,
Because you're only 67 years old
yeah. 75, dude. And I'm gonna tell you something. This country ain't got no love for old motherfuckers.
Oh, no, that's.
We got no
My
love for old
grandpa's
motherfuckers.
always complaining about that. I hang out with my grandpa a lot.
Yeah, it-
A lot. He's always complaining about that.
Yeah.
So they got Medicare for you. America.
And I'm glad I got it. I don't pay for shit.
My mom and dad both just got on it. They love it.
And they sent me a letter today, saying they're gonna give me $155 a month extra.
Dude, it's
Oh,
so
shit.
Cash in my pocket.
This is
Yup.
amazing.
I almost ate dinner before I came over and I said, there's no way. I'm gonna get handed food at some point.
This tastes good, dude.
These are really good.
Oh, really?
Now, you gotta have some that are like this. This is soft and very good. But you need some that kind of harder. Some people
Well,
like
they
crunchy.
could cook a little longer.
Oh, okay.
I would have cooked them a couple
And they,
minutes longer.
they can get a little more crunchy.
Yeah, they cook a
But
little
some people
longer.
like it.
But I was rushing
I
because
put
No,
something
it-
like
it-
this.
it-
I try putting pepperoni.
I have no complaint. It tastes great.
Try
to
to
me.
what?
Yeah.
I should try putting pepperoni in them like this.
Oh, yeah.
One more project for you.
Hey, a minute, grinder, please.
So if anybody listening to this show has a UFO experience, please let me know.
Okay, hold on. Without even telling you a story, Steve, my UFO night, you remember that, right?
Yeah, I fucking.
The next day, what
Why'd
happened?
you hand me an empty?
Is it empty?
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad. Well, it's trash bin. I had so many of them too. I just,
Go put it in the trash. I'll take it.
what happened at Borden Park?
Oh, Brandon. That's right. It was with Brandon, wasn't it?
Yeah? Okay,
It was one of the last times we hung out with Brandon. So, you've been to Borden Park?
Where's Borden Park?
Borden's at John R. and Auburn area,
Mm-mm.
north of Auburn, yeah.
Mm-mm.
So it's like it's just a softball complex with soccer fields. So sitting in the parking lot, we're looking over the soccer fields, which is basically
And I told you what I saw the night before though.
yeah. He was
Seen a
he
bunch of
called me one night, like I'm at my old place in Warren. I'm fucking, and the way he was talking, I'm like literally in a movie, panicking, like, oh my god, dude, what's gonna happen? What's the next step? Like, he had seen shit. It was just like the things he was saying. So we go out to the park, and it's just lights. He's like, the lights went out this way, and it came back in. It was all, and it wasn't just him that saw it. It was his brother and everyone else.
Oh, okay. Put in the witnesses.
Yeah, there was witnesses.
ex-wife, she was there.
Yeah, she was there. So we're in the park, and I'm looking towards Selfridge is that way. No, Selfridge is that way.
We were looking south.
Yeah, we're looking south, so we're probably looking towards Windsor in a way. And this red light just comes across, and it's moving at a normal foot, just kind of moving across, and it just disappears. Not like flashing,
It just effed out.
we looked through there, and it was just
darted
gone.
across the sky.
It was gone. And then we saw some triangle thing fly over top of us.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, there was some triangle looking craft. It didn't look like, what made it different was the sporadicness of the lights. They weren't like a normal, like,
Right.
you see on a
Aviation
fucking plane.
lights,
It was
right.
like pretty sporadic, and it was almost a triangle shape that flew over us. I forgot about that until like right then.
Michigan is one of, I think Michigan is like 8th or 9th for sighting. I'm not
What,
sighting.
fun reports or what?
Yeah.
Probably because of the fresh water.
Especially upper Michigan.
If aliens are coming here,
I've heard a lot of shit from the UP.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, because there's no fucking lights.
see everything.
Yeah.
Light pollution.
But it's another thing too. We are like this basin right here. It's not just us, but the basin that fills into the Great Lakes is like one of the largest freshwater source on the planet. I'm pretty positive it is.
It's either the largest or the second largest. You're right.
It's like all of.
There's one in
a
Russia.
good portion of Canada is literally this freshwater basin that feeds.
Oh,
all
I
the
see what
water.
you're saying. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
All the water
yeah.
to the United
Without
States.
without a doubt.
So I can imagine, like, if they're coming here for gold. They're coming here for some other rare mineral that's not found probably
Yeah.
around the planet.
Or
that we even know. Like you say, we might not even know about it.
Or they're not coming from anywhere. They live already in the bottom of the ocean. They could be living in the ocean.
Dude, one of the big things that's going on.
Because we
now is
can't go,
We can't go.
but so low.
Right.
I think we can go 6 miles. Then after that, they don't have anything that.
Yeah, I think only
Take that
70% of the ocean is explored, or like 75.
No.
No, nowhere
No,
near.
no, it was
It's about
70% of the world
Yeah.
is ocean.
No, yeah, it was.
It's about 5%, I think, something
Of
like
the
that.
Yeah,
ocean
it was like
is
20. It was 20% out of the 75% of the ocean was explored,
Yeah,
or something like
Something
that.
like
Yeah,
that.
it's like 75% of the planet is water.
that's
How much of the ocean have we explored?
well, we can only see like 5% of the universe.
Yeah.
We don't see shit. I think we only see 5% of the universe.
Less than 20% of the ocean has been mapped.
That's nuts. Yeah, so we really don't know.
And the deepest part they claim is the Mariana Trench.
Mariana's
Yeah.
Trench.
And I think that's 7 or 8 miles.
Yeah, we've hit the bottom of it though.
We have.
What's
Yeah.
his face that directed the movie?
Cameron.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, they went down. I don't know if they went to, did they go to the bottom?
Yeah, you hit the bottom.
That's
bottom.
You did?
That's nuts.
Yeah, like
I
a
guess-
super decked out.
He didn't have,
Oh, okay, so.
he
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
have,
like he invested. He's a billionaire.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he
yeah.
put.
A
He
lot
built
of
like
time
himself
and money
a.
into it.
yeah, but he didn't
ship.
build it out of, what the one that imploded was built out of, what is it?
Well,
Carbon
I'd
fiber.
say like fucking duct tape.
It was
Yeah.
carbon fiber.
It was built like as if it was built by a fucking tech bro. Like the ship that Homedude built was like built by a scientist,
Yeah.
and the other ship was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is what it should be. This is
Yeah.
how we imagine the world is
Running
because
on
we
the
watch Star
Nintendo
Trek.
GameCube controller.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was-
Actually, it was an Xbox, wasn't it?
Oh no.
No, it was. It was an Xbox controller.
Yeah, I think there was like a picture of it at the bottom of the ocean or something that they were like a little faint picture of like the controller, and I can't remember where I saw it. I think I saw it on Reddit. So
Mhm.
it-
Lighter.
Crazy.
so
So those were, I'd say, about 70% of what they could be. I rushed them.
You need to cook them more,
Yeah, I needed to cook them more, and I rushed them.
and you need to get them more consistent at their.
rolls. I know.
Yeah.
I rushed them.
Well, that I mean, there's rushing, and then there's that.
That's rush. But it got sticky. I should have just not done it yet. They're not made to come out until tomorrow.
No,
Well,
they're good.
I ate it.
Yeah, I was saying I ate 3 of them. So
Tasted great to me. But yeah, you're right. They could.
They could, compared to what they were, and I don't know if the egg wash is going to be done. I don't think they need the egg wash.
No, I think they do.
I like it.
We're doing both.
Because I told
Egg
you.
wash or not egg wash.
I just did. I did some that were egg washed and some that weren't.
I must have one of those egg washers. It tasted good as fuck.
Well, whatever.
they were the better of the 2. I tried them both.
Mm.
Plus, I made a batch with butter, a batch with
Mm.
lard.
This is tasty.
I don't know why I like it, but
Mm.
Because it tastes like lard gives shit a flavor. It gives it a good flavor.
I don't even know what it is.
Pig fat.
What?
Rendered pig fat.
Give me some lard.
So, they want me to do a month.
Do they really? Are you have to invest in the front end, or are they covering all the expenses?
No, they'll cover everything. They're talking about buying a fucking pizza oven. Because again, it's something they buy, then they can just store it in the fucking.
Did you develop your menu yet, or no?
Yeah, I come up with a menu.
Is this your business plan?
No, it's not my business plan. It's just my business folder.
You need to write one though for you.
I did write one,
I need to write it.
but it's like, it was done by ChatGPT mostly.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, really?
Well, I mean, that's actually not a horrible way to do it.
No.
No, it's not.
So, have you seen wedge salads? I'm sure you've had one. I've never had one, but I've seen them done. We've done.
Oh,
them
you
at-
never had one before?
No, I've never had one, but I've seen them done at the restaurant. Like one of the blue cheese guys, the dudes that did buffalo wings, because there was like a group that did buffalo wings, and their salads were like wedged because they had blue cheese.
Yeah, it's Cobb salad is what's referred to.
Yeah.
Blue cheese, tomato.
No, it was just a blue cheese, like basically a wedge salad. Yeah, it might have been a Cobb. I don't think there was egg, but either way.
Yeah, Cobb has the hard boiled egg in it.
Yeah.
Cobb salad.
I want to do like a wedge Greek, so that's the veggie one.
Right.
So, you know, basic shit, beets,
Will you put on
chickpeas, feta.
lettuce or no?
Like a wedge salad is a wedge of iceberg lettuce.
Right, are you gonna put the iceberg lettuce on the pizza?
No, this is just a salad.
This is a side
Okay.
salad.
Yeah,
Because you gotta have, the menu's gotta have either starters or salads or something. And I don't wanna do fried food. In a sense, I don't really wanna do any fucking fried chicken or anything like that, like chicken wings or anything like that. I'm thinking salads and soups are my two things to go with the pizza. Because the premise, like, I have to get this across in a way that I haven't been able to figure out how to articulate it where it actually really rings quickly. But the idea is, my pizza doesn't have any real fats in it that are bad for you, and it doesn't have any sugar. So when you eat it, it doesn't hit your glycemic index very hard. Like, it doesn't spike your insulin a ton. It still does because it's fucking bread. It's going to spike your.
But
Yeah.
without the sugar and all
It's
that.
got tomatoes
bullshit.
in there, and the tomato's its own sugar. So there's technically still a spike. But if you add in like a hearty salad or a fucking lentil soup, something with some protein and some fiber in it, before you eat the fucking bread, it doesn't hit you as hard. You don't feel as bad the next day.
You need a really light soup though.
Chicken lemon rice.
When I
soup?
say it needs to be like a lemon, there needs to be a veggie soup, so like a lentil soup with like whatever's in it, so like, I don't know, just some kind of lentil soup. And then some kind of like sausage and cabbage.
My dad is a soup expert,
Yeah.
by the way.
Those hippos?
He makes two specifically, a green bean, or not green bean, split pea soup, which is excellent.
Yeah, I love soupy soup.
And
I make-
then a
Wait.
white chicken chili, but it's not chili really, because he just puts like pork rib in it, and then it's kind of like watery. It's not as thick as like a chili, but it's fucking. I'll just email you the recipe.
So what I do with soups nowadays is I literally just take all the shit I want. So I'll put sweet potato, turnips, parsnips, cabbage, whatever I can think of, lentils. Just throw it in a fucking pot with something like either some chicken stock or whatever stock I decide to make beforehand. And that's the soups I usually make. So it's
I just made some soup yesterday. I made
Steve, what's
Great
your email
Northern
address?
Bean soup.
SFOX 1979.
Yeah. I'm emailing you my dad's recipe just now. Okay. It's a PDF. See something to Chrissy the other day.
Alright, so that's basically a couple soups and breadsticks. Like that's the point of the breadstick. You get the salad with the breadstick. You get the soup with the breadstick. They want me to focus on the sourdough part of this whole situation.
Do they have
It's your
carry out?
sourdough, right?
Yes.
Do they do carry out?
No, not really. So they do, they can, but they don't. But they, like if someone orders a meal, like, cause you know how they do the fucking, like the daily things where you get 5 fucking servings and it's all planned. Shit, you know what I'm talking about? They do that. What's up? Oh, sorry. So, somebody will not show up and they'll need their shit to go, so they'll pack up the shit to go and go. They don't actually take the go orders.
Oh, okay.
But that's,
So they want 5 courses from you?
no, that's if I do a weekend. A month is a whole bar menu. It's a bar.
Yeah.
Set it up however you want. So right now, this is what I have: the wedge salad, some soups, a breadstick. If you want to just get breadsticks with a couple dips, like that cheese dip, and then pizza sauce and ranch, and
Yeah.
some kind of, I'm gonna make an artichoke garlic dip tomorrow. See how that works.
Artichoke.
But I came up with, they wanted like 4 or 5 pies. So I came up with 4 or 5 pies. That's not like, because they wanted to be like not shit you're gonna get anywhere else.
Are you doing the Greek, well, not the Greek, what was the wrap called?
Yes,
You're
in
doing
a
it?
sense.
But you're doing what kind of meat?
So I'm gonna go Greek. I don't know what we're
The
gonna call
Euro
it.
pizza.
The Euro pizza,
Yeah.
but we're not gonna call it a Euro pizza. I'll call it something else.
We'll figure it out.
But it'll have braised lamb. Braised lamb.
That sounds good.
Fed up running, and that'll be cooked. When it comes out, it'll get diced tomatoes and shredded lettuce and a deep tzatziki sauce.
I would just
See, that's where you'll know it's where it's based off when you get the tzatziki sauce.
Yeah,
It'll be
but-
very clear.
I haven't made it yet, but I'm hoping that the beet tzatziki sauce has enough complexity to it that it it
This
really.
is made from beets.
The tzatziki sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's over in that book right there. I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
I dig it.
Barbecue chicken. So a layer of pulled chicken with pulled barbecue chicken, a layer of that with red onion cooked in the oven, and when it comes out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-grill chicken legs, like open flame, cook them with fucking barbecue sauce like you would do on a barbecue, and then I'm going to take the fucking chunks of leg off and chop them up into smaller pieces, and I'll place the skin and everything on at halfway through the cook. That way it doesn't like completely char the shit out of it, but most of the way just to heat it back up, and then a little coleslaw on it. Yeah.
How are you gonna cook the chicken during that time?
It's already cooked.
How are you gonna heat it?
What do you mean?
In the oven?
Yeah, so the pulled chicken goes on when the
Well, because you're frying a lot of chicken in that. Like, how do you intend
no,
to
no,
fry
no, no,
all
no,
that chicken?
no, no. The pulled chicken's not that much chicken. It's just a thin layer of chicken and sauce to kind of flavor the pie.
But for like, how many pies do you need to make that night? How much chicken are you gonna need to
Oh, I'm
make?
gonna be making a lot. I'll have to do it all like it's gonna take. Dude, it's gonna. If I do this, I'm probably gonna be putting in 12 hours a day,
So what he's asking
6,
you
7
is,
days a week.
are you cooking the chickens that day?
Maybe the day before. I can cook them 5 days ahead of time, or I can cook them at the beginning of the week and use them up, and then when it runs out, it runs out. Type thing. That's kind of the idea, is what I plan on doing. Now, obviously, if I run out halfway through and I need to make more chicken, I can make
Go
more
get
chicken.
'em, yeah.
But I'm not gonna do it on the fly that night. If I run out that night, I
Where?
run out that night.
Where are you gonna cook the chicken?
They have it. They have this kitchen.
Jesus,
is
they're letting you
kitchen.
cook all that food there, though.
They're giving, you use the kitchen, the way it's set up is, the way the building's set up is in the front building it has a bar. And that bar has seating for like 50 people, 60 people at the most, maybe 70. And attached to that is a small little like kitchen, little like line, not a kitchen, a line. That they have multiple things that they can put into place. Like right now, it's a range, a flat top, and some fryers, and a salamander. That's what they're using, because the guy's doing a lot of saute stuff and shit like that. A couple weeks ago, it was like, a couple months ago, the guy had like a giant boiling fucking thing. It looked like a fryer, but it was actually full of water and like 9 baskets that you boiled fucking pasta in. It was a way to quick boil a bunch of pasta. Because his menu was mostly pasta. So he had that, and then he had the skillet. Like, you can put in what you want. They're talking about buying an actual pizza oven to put in that spot, next to whatever else I can fit in there. Now, there's, on the back side, when you go into the kitchen, there's another room that sits about 50 people that's set up in like an old bar, like, microphone the fuck out of this. You been to one of those beer gardens where you go sit at a fucking picnic table and anybody can sit next to you? Like a restaurant where it's picnic tables? You ever been to a situation like that? That's what it's like.
Yeah, I
It's
have.
communal city.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's a bunch
Like
of
the beer
picnic.
gardens in Germany.
Yeah, it's a bunch of tables that are set up, and you show up and you sit. Wherever you sit is your 2 people sit on the end of the table, and then 15 other people fill up that fucking table with you.
Okay.
But it's also open, like they have a wall that opens and shuts. But they open it up when you're getting your food, and you get to watch the chefs actually plate all the food and do this actual service in front of you. So you get to be sitting right there while they're prepping your food and plating your food and shit. This type shit. And then there's another section which is like just more prep area, where they have a bunch of other equipment. They have one of those big ass fucking mixers. They got all kinds of shit and stuff. So they have actual like shit that they can bring in that's made for that stuff. Like they have wood fired smoker things. They have, dude, They
All
had-
kinds of shit.
They had a guy
Dude,
from
I'll go. If you get there, I'll go.
I know.
I'll take some people.
So they had a guy from Chicago. He was opening a restaurant in Chicago, downtown Chicago. It was 13 or 14 services, because it was a sample of everything that's on his menu. And they had brought in a bunch of shit that they were serving.
It was
shit
13
on.
to 14 courses?
Yes, but they were small, real small. They were just
Yeah,
tastings of his
Yeah.
actual. But it was like they had a fucking bamboo box full of a bunch of little pebbles, and they put the food on the pebbles. Like,
It's different.
but I'm assuming that's what the restaurant's gonna be, is a bunch of this fucking like fancy ass like
Yeah.
really.
Well, it's just, I mean, part of good food is a good display. So it's just a cool way to do it too.
So this one's the kicker, because Cut thinks we can charge $80 for this pizza. Bone marrow pizza.
Like you're actually gonna serve the marrow in a bone.
No.
Okay.
You cook the pizza with roasted garlic, shallots, and small cherry tomatoes cut in half, water side up.
Sure.
That's what you cook the pizza. When the pizza comes out, you broil the bone marrow as the pizza's cooking, and when the pizza comes out, you slide off, because it's going to be cut into 6 pieces, and each piece will have a chunk of bone marrow. So then you slide a piece on each piece, fresh parsley, chopped up fresh parsley on top, served with a lemon.
Okay. $80 for that pizza?
No, I don't think so. I think you can get fucking $40 to $60 maybe.
That's exactly where I would put that, is $45.
Yeah, something like that. But
How many pieces is that?
6.
6 pieces.
But you're also getting a piece of bone marrow, so you would look at it from
You're
the
getting
sense that
6
you're getting more
pieces
than
of
pizza.
bone marrow.
Yeah.
Technically. Yeah. But it's also, this place charges, on the menu right now, there's an $83 fucking braised ribs. But you get 4 of them.
See, it's fuck that. There's no way.
Dude, I'm telling you, but it's good.
Chrissy was talking about going there, and I was
I
like,
can almost bet you it's the best fucking ribs you've ever had in your life. This dude that's cooking right now, if you're gonna go, this is the weekend to go, because the guy's gone after this weekend. But he's the best cook you'll ever eat. I'm not kidding.
where's he go to? Where's his home course?
He doesn't have one. He's the dude that did
He's
it.
a
Did I
pop-up.
tell you about the fucking wedding?
He's a pop-up.
He did a fucking $500,000, probably $750,000 wedding.
Oh yeah, he did.
At fucking, Fillmore.
At the Fillmore?
I was there for 13
Oh, that's the one
fucking
you were
hours.
at? Yeah.
Yeah. He paid me $400 and it was like it was nothing. Here you go. He cleared 25 himself. Him and his wife. Dude, it was 13 grand just for the fucking, just for the wait staff.
But
They
he
paid
didn't
an
cover-
extra.
He didn't cover that. It was
No,
just
no.
he made $25K off of just cooking.
He made 25. Yeah. Everything was paid for. They were probably, it was probably $70,000, $80,000 for his fucking end. But it cost them, because they were getting filet mignon, like, they had to rent the fucking plates. And it was crazy, because the plates went out, there's 200 people here, something like that, is something crazy. The plates go out, and they want them set out, they want the wait staff to go out and literally drop 2 plates at the same fucking time, fancy shit.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere
When
at the
they
same
go out,
time.
not at the same time, not everywhere at the
Oh,
same
they're
time.
not trying to
Just-
do like the
just
big
every
line
table,
out.
every table's at the same time. One table at a time, type shit. They bring it back, there's nowhere to clean this shit. They have one dishwasher that's made for fucking cups.
Where was this at?
The Fillmore. The Fillmore has nothing in there. It's like food that's basic, like, he had to rent.
It's not
He had to
built for
rent
that.
He had to rent an oven, he had to rent like 3 things just so he could do what he needed to do in this place. Like, they didn't even have
So
their
did you guys clean off the dishes or no?
No, they scraped them into the trash and they threw them in a fucking crate. The crates that they came in. And then the people picked them up and were like, they knew it was gonna happen.
That's
They
what
just
they
wanted
do.
you to do the best you can to get as much stuff off as you can. And they came and loaded that shit. They weren't happy because after I stopped fucking with it, you know, the wait staff didn't give 2 fucks. They were just trying to get the fuck out of there. So they're like, do whatever the people it is, because it was messy as fuck. It was
Dude, you picked the
messy.
venue, man. Like, it wasn't a secret.
Well, it's not.
Well, they're supposed to have a cleanup staff.
No. That's the
Then
thing.
you can only have a cleanup staff if you have something to clean up with.
There's no. Yeah, this venue is not set up for that.
I know.
And even if you want to use, like, you have to use specialty catering. You have to use, there's like 5 caterers you can use in all of downtown.
They got companies. They'll come out and clean all that shit up.
Yeah, there was a company that
Yeah.
came and looked at back then. But I'm just saying, the wait staff still had to bring all the plates because they had to they came that after the wedding was done. By the time I was leaving at like 11, they were removing everything. All the tables were going, all the chairs were going, everything was going to be gone by that night.
Everything was rental.
All of it.
You had to be an animal to get that accomplished.
Dude, and they divorced him a month.
Yeah.
Found out they divorced the next month.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, the mom pulled up in a Bentley and parked it right on the fucking road, right outside the fucking Fillmore, and just walked. Didn't even
Where are they from?
I don't know.
Do you not know anything about the kid?
No, I didn't see them. I didn't even see the bride or the groom. I stayed in the front bar area where the prep stuff. I just saw the mom because the mom was coming in and making sure that the desserts were perfect. She wanted the desserts in a specific way.
Good for her.
Yep.
Go spend that money.
You went to that joint.
I'm about to lay it back
Oh.
up.
Hopefully it was worth it for him.
So, anyways, he's actually this dude that did this wedding. He's got an investor who wants to open 2 places downtown with him.
Wow.
2 places to start.
You got cash and money.
And he's talking like that he might come at me and ask me to do some shit. He told a fucking guy the other day, he goes, if you tell them that you want 25 to 30 bucks an hour, and if they don't give it to you, don't see me. Oh, he pays. It's not even about, to him, he's from Romania. So he grew up in communist Romania. I guess he's got stories about it.
That's that Russian.
No, he's not Russian.
No.
He don't have money like that anymore.
But it's Russian influenced. Romania.
Romania.
Yes. Believe me, the Russians run that shit. Especially in Eastern Europe.
They run a lot of things now.
Unfortunately, yes. Fucking people. But yeah, that's that. Oh, and I had a roasted vegetable pie, a pig pie that had like braised pork belly,
Get out of here.
some pork belly, and
Get out.
sweet potato, caramelized onions, and blue cheese.
Get out of here. Go up there. Get out.
You ever have been here?
pepperoni?
You ever
Are you
been-
gonna do just like a pepperoni as well, or no?
Yeah, but I think the way we should do it is we should do like a normal pep, which is like 40% covered. Like you got it, it's like 40% of the cheese is visible. So it's got a decent amount of pep, but nothing crazy. And then I'll have like my crazy pep, which is like I can pile it on.
Covered with them.
I've done a
Yeah,
couple.
just do like a plus $3.
No, it'd be plus 10.
A lot of people like that.
Jesus, that's a lot of cheese, man.
No, it's a lot of pep.
Pep,
Oh,
the
pep.
pepperoni.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
pep.
a lot of people like
The
that.
pep will be piled like this high.
Oh.
A lot of people like their
And it's
pizza
all hand
greased,
sliced shit,
'cause that's what
so-
pepperoni does, makes it greasy as hell.
So does he bring in the extra chefs to make like good pepperoni and stuff?
No. I have to find somewhere, like, I have to do everything.
You call Chet yet?
Yeah, I've talked to Chad. I don't know if he's got kids, man. 2 kids.
Let's complicate things.
Yeah, he's not, well, his girls had a kid before they got
Well, I
married.
guess I'm kind of getting into that too. So.
Yeah, so he kind of had a
So
kid.
I'm about to be like, what the fuck?
But it's, it's a lot, because it's, I could make, if I do it right, and I sell out every fucking night and sell 100 pizzas,
Well, you do well.
That's a lot of pizza.
that's fucking a ton of fucking money.
Yeah, a lot of work, but it's a lot of money.
You know how much a pizza costs if I do a
Hold on.
special?
So how many pizzas do you think you do a night?
I think I do probably realistically, since it's not carry out, 50.
And how much would you charge for the maximum? Like the
$40
primary?
pizza,
40, and then what would be like a super pet?
25.
So I would say like your average cost would be like $35 probably.
Yeah.
17, 15 a night.
Yeah, with food costs being probably 300.
That's just for the pizza though.
Yeah, I know.
And so,
That's 300 for
and then what else do you add to the menu?
salads and soups.
That's how much that would cost for doing additional.
No, I'm just saying the cost of the pizza is about 300 bucks.
Oh, so you're saying like the entire menu would be more than $45 though, right?
What do you mean?
Because you're doing an all-night menu.
Yeah.
So are you charging more than $45 for the pizza? Because like, what about the salad and the soup and all those things leading up to it?
Those are separate charges.
Okay, so how do you show
What's that
up?
called, a la carte?
Well, yeah, you would, like, if you want a pizza, like, you want the salads before your pizza, you get the salads as well, right?
I used to do all that shit.
But if you
I used
did
to
like
work
a
banquets and
$70
shit.
meal and just said you get to pick one of these pizzas,
Oh, they're not gonna do that.
you don't think they'd buy into that?
Not for
Because
this.
that's more consistent money.
No, because what'll happen is the way their menus in the bar up front are set up is set up for people to go, oh, fuck, let me try that. Because, like, this one guy showed up and he went, I want everything on the menu.
Oh damn.
Because they're not gonna ever come back. You're never gonna see these people again.
So what do you think an average meal would cost?
Dependent for mine, you're probably 2 people with drinks.
How do you get money off the drinks or
120? No.
So how much would you get? How much
Oh.
is your profit?
I'd say you're looking at 1 pie, salads, 50 to 70 bucks, give or take.
So put it at 60.
Probably go 50 just to be safe, because I'm assuming,
Yeah, so that
and then you've got a
pumps it
minus
over like 40%. Now you're looking at $3,000 flat
for what? A night?
just for a meal.
For an evening. So because they can do two flips.
For now.
So we can do 2 flips, so I can probably fit 100 people tops.
So you're looking at, okay, so now you're looking at 6,000 a night.
Maybe.
If you have a
If I
big
sell,
run.
Yeah.
If you had a perfect night.
Yeah.
So realistically,
But I
let's
don't-
just say 4,000.
I think of it more as the pizzas. You think about how many pizzas can I sell? Can I sell 50 pizzas a night? That's more.
Well, I just dropped you down by 30%. So how many nights are you selling?
5. Wednesday's not gonna be a big
It's
night.
$20,000.
Yeah. So you can walk away with like 12 probably.
You could walk away between 12 and 24. And that variable also goes up.
Yeah.
You
Depending
give
on
yourself some credit.
So are you working off of their clientele?
Yes. Because they have on both their Instagram accounts. I don't know about their Facebook. They advertise
So they'll
on
post that
Facebook,
you're
but
gonna
they
be there for a certain period of time? Or?
Yeah, they'll like the
Any
dude
specials
that
and
owns the
shit?
place is like a hobbyist photographer, so he's always taking they do photo shoots for your fucking food.
Dude, would they let you do a carry-out menu as well?
Not in that first month. If it works well and people enjoy the pizzas, they might actually just let me do carry out off of that.
Because dude, it would.
That would be sweet if you could do that.
Do you know what would be cool is charging the same amount of money for a carry-out and then doing a 4-piece instead of a 6-piece.
What? Like same amount of what?
The pizza,
So
salad,
you could just sell them as
soup,
like
whatever.
big 4-pieces.
I don't think I'd sell the bone marrow carry out.
No way.
No.
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 No, that's
That's
not
a
something I
specialty.
would
It wouldn't travel either.
No, it
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's
travel.
that's
There's
a
certain
specialty.
ones that- yeah.
That's in-house specialty.
It needs to
I
be-
feel like if you're doing carry-out, a lot of, so the stuff that you want fresh lettuce on and stuff,
Yeah, it
I
has
put
to
that
be
in a
on
separate
side,
container with a quick note that just said, add on or
Yeah,
whatever
oh yeah,
when they open
I've
up.
thought about that.
That would just make it so much better. Because you're in a spot that is, a lot of people are gonna be driving like 15 minutes to get to.
I understand that. Yeah. 10 Royal Oaks right there.
I mean,
Sucks.
well, I'll buy some. I'll come down. It's
I
a
know you will.
30-minute commute for me.
But we'll see. I gotta go up there. My last day is supposed to be tomorrow. Or Saturday.
Your last day.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't wanna wash dishes, but I'm gonna go up there and let them know that I'll if they needed me once a week,
Yeah.
if like a super busy day and they want me to come in, I'll come in, or if someone needs to be covered, I'll cover it.
Makes sense.
Type thing. But I feel that if Gabe shit goes through, he might come at me with an offer anyway, so I might not do this month. I might just see what he's got to say, fuck around with him. Which
Well, who
would
is
mean
this?
I would have real
You said
fucking
fuck around
fun.
with him. Who is? Yeah.
The Gabe, the guy that I was telling you about, that's the best chef I've ever eaten.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I would, my goal, if it were me, especially with your end goal, I would try to showcase how I could open a restaurant. Not a restaurant, but how I could open a pizza shop in the midst of this.
Well, I would use whatever money I make from it.
Well,
to do it.
no, because these are the guys that would also invest and put money into your
Ooh.
equipment.
No, they're not investors. This guy's a user, dude. He uses.
You don't want to invest.
What I
in
mean
anyway,
by
do
that
you?
is he's not a user in the sense that they're going to buy the equipment for one of two reasons. One, I'm going to pay it back off, pay them for it, if I like it. You know what I'm saying? They buy a pizza oven I want, then I do a month and then do some fucking shit out the back and pay it off, type thing. Until I can get enough money to actually move on to my own place. Because he charges a lot for rent.
Oh, yeah,
He's a fucking he's a landlord, dude. He owns everything over there. He bought the whole fucking block.
yeah.
So he owns Maple Gray. So it's like I don't know. He doesn't seem like the type of dude I want. He doesn't want to go into business with you. He just wants he likes chefs. He treats chefs great. You know what I'm saying? He does well by them, but to him they're in and out.
He's running a business.
An
Yeah,
into
right.
means.
Yep. He came from where did he come from? He's from Detroit Free Press. He was like an editor or something like that.
Detroit, really?
Yeah. Supposedly.
If he was an editor, man, he was making big bucks.
I know. That's why he hated Facebook. He hated all the social media.
Yeah, because it
killed his
killed
business.
this shit.
Yeah. Like one of the dudes that had the best month there was a Polish guy. He was sold out almost every night. And he did Polish night, and it was basically a bunch of Polish food, but he was a food critic for the fucking Free Press, I guess. And shit. So that's why his night was so fucking. People came just because they're like,
People
food
knew
critic.
it.
We're gonna critic the food critic.
Critique the food
But
critic.
it was good food, so you're not gonna be mad. You're gonna be like most of the people there were good. It's just Farm Bar sucked. Farm Bar was rough. There's this dude that was trying to do farm to table shit, but he's a vegan.
You fuck off.
So they were like, dude, you cannot come in here and do a month with just vegan shit. Like it will not work. And he put on meat stuff, but I don't think he wasn't good at cooking it. And like one thing was like radishes with fucking dip. That was an appetizer. It was radishes with a fucking 3 dip thing.
Ew.
Yeah, it
I
was
wouldn't eat a radish.
fucking weird. It was like one of the
It was
meals,
vegan.
Why
One of the
would you
meals
pay
was
for that?
It was vegan.
I wouldn't pay for that. I
No.
would just go home and do it.
That's why a lot of people
All
say-
right, 1, 2, 3, sour cream.
that actually hurt them a lot.
I bet it did.
People were like mad. They didn't come.
Like, what the fuck is this?
I'd be kind of mad too, man.
But
That's how vegan is, though, man.
they had a couple
I've eaten
things.
at vegan places and I enjoyed it. And then, I went with another friend of mine to a vegan place. And I absolutely hate it. Yeah, everything they bought me, I didn't like it.
There's a place called Chomp in downtown Rochester, which is one of my favorite restaurants, and they'll have like a bunch of vegan stuff. One of them is a black bean burger. It's one of the best burgers I've ever had. But the problem with being a vegan, if you're trying to do it for flavor, you can't do that at home. This is a restaurant.
No,
It's the same idea. It's like an
you
open
have to
line.
just cook like an Indian person.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to
Exactly.
actually put spices in your food.
Yeah.
A lot of spice.
Yeah.
Indians put
Well, I mean,
a lot of spice.
Dude, my
There's a
neighbor was
reason for
Indian,
it.
and I would
They
go
put
play.
a lot of spice.
Dude, his house smelled like an Indian house. Like you walk into one, you know there's an Indian person that lives here. It has a very distinct smell of Middle
Yeah,
Eastern
everything.
spice.
Oh yeah, I did
Garlic.
some houses like that.
They'll have
Ginger.
paprika.
They don't have
Ginger.
paprika.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Hand me that fucking salt, fat, acid, heat book.
Salt, fat, acid, heat.
Yeah, seriously, hand me that salt, fat, acid, heat book.
They
right
use
there.
turmeric.
They're probably gonna fall.
You're that
They use turmeric.
desired to outsmart Rudy right now.
Yeah, he always.
He's on fucking
He
camera.
always
You give it
does.
to him. I'm not handing it to him.
This is. Yeah, he always wants to go to the
Let's
source.
take it to the next level.
Mhm.
All right. What's your question though?
Yep.
What's the
Indian.
question?
What?
Spices that they use for
Yeah,
Indian
he said
food.
paprika, and they don't use
Hold on.
paprika.
Is
So you-
paprika
so you're
used
sorry.
in Indian spices?
So you're sorry.
I'm not sorry. Can you read that?
No, I can't.
It doesn't say paprika. I know that.
You read all
It's the
that.
fourth-
You know, says
hold on.
paprika.
Used for flavor color, it is the fourth most consumed spice in the world and often appears in a spice mix.
Indeed.
That didn't really answer my question. Good try, Siri.
It's not a base spice used in India.
Cinnamon,
I'm not saying it's not
Cardamom.
used in things, it's just
cardamom,
I don't know. You're not.
This thing right here?
chilies, coriander, turmeric, ginger, curry,
Curry is the
Garam
one
masala.
that stands out.
cloves,
Panch Parana,
mint, black pepper,
anise,
saffron,
mustard.
and mustard. But there are some dishes that do have that.
So anyways, I want to get this, I'm going to take this out, I'm going to get it fucking laminated because it's fucking sweet.
It is.
It's like a little like, how, what
Yeah,
you
it
want
gives
to
you
cook? Here's ways to cook it.
gives you a
all the
rundown
fucking
on
flavors in the world and how
different,
they all
yeah,
go together.
different countries.
But this book right here, if you want to learn how
I
to
can't
cook,
wait to get to Asia.
it's a good book.
I can't wait to get to Asia to try some of
You been to Asia yet? No,
Some of
you've
the-
not been to Asia.
Oh man, they got fruits. Last time I looked at it, they had like 110 different kinds of fruit. I was like, what? Oh, I'm gonna love that. I love
Isn't
fruit.
that Caribbean the same though? Like everywhere that's warm
Has a lot of fruit.
Yeah.
My friend,
When I'm in like
my
the
friend,
BVI in Jamaica and all.
yeah,
that
my friend's got a place in Jamaica. And he has a lot of fruit. We can't get here unless you special order. You'll mail you anything.
It's not as popular in Mexico though.
What is?
Having fruit is not like.
Oh yeah.
No, because most of Mexico's a desert.
Well,
Mexico sucks.
well they like meat.
I,
Mexicans like
I've
meat.
never
Filipinos like
I haven't
meat.
either, so I don't know.
They have meat
Not
diets.
missing much.
They have
Oh,
meat
okay.
It's
diets.
just Mexico.
Meat and rice.
Oh,
Colombia
Philippines.
sounds cool.
I've been to
That's their
Ecuador, I've
main,
never been to
their
Colombia.
main shit.
Ecuador was dope.
Not that I've been there, but I've done a lot of research.
Did I ever tell you about my experience buying weed in Mexico?
No, you never did.
Dude.
This is before it was legal.
Oh yeah, it was totally illegal. So I
Where
brought
in
back a
Mexico?
bunch of
Oh, okay.
edibles.
Where are you going in Mexico and how long ago
I was
this?
at like an all-inclusive resort for a couple days, maybe
Oh, okay.
5-6 days. with
Uh-huh.
these.
Oh, okay, so at least it's involved.
Yeah. So I went with my ex-wife down there, and I brought a bunch of edibles, but I left a big chocolate bar out, and whoever was cleaning my room took the chocolate bar. So God bless them if they ate that whole thing. in
Oh
one sitting,
shit!
Because there was like probably 400 milligrams.
They
of
got
it.
fucked
Oh,
up.
dude, I was just like, you're a fucking loser. Good luck. But anyway, I ran out of weed, so I was telling Lisa, like, I guarantee you I can get weed at this place. So I was in the gift shop, and there was an employee there, and I was like, that would be a guy that could get me weed. So I walked over to him, and I'm like, hey, would you be able to get me weed? And he goes, yeah, I can.
That's the nerve of a white boy. A
Yeah,
white boy
right.
can do
Yeah,
that
dude, I'm not
shit.
gonna fuck around. Like you are the one that can get me weed. So he gets my number. He's like, I'll text you in like 2 hours. So I wish I had my old phone. I would pull him up. But he goes, okay, you're gonna go out. There's gonna be a car waiting for you. You're gonna take that car. You're gonna go because like you have a gated entrance to this place, and then
Yeah,
it's like
compound.
It's a compound. And then you're gonna go out and you're gonna hook a right. There's gonna be a gas station where you're gonna get in another car, and then like they'll do a handoff and we'll drive you back in. I just responded LOL, and then I just let him sit on it. I said, if you think for 1 second I'm gonna leave this place to go get some Mexican weed, you're crazy.
You have to get kidnapped.
So he ends up coming back and he's able to bring it to me,
Yeah, you have to get kidnapped.
and it was horrible. Yeah, dude, it was horrible weed. It was the worst weed I've ever smoked in my life. But
Mexican dirt weed, that's what we used to call it.
dude, it was brown and nasty.
Yeah. It might not even have been
I
weed.
wanted my white.
It
boy
might not have
edibles.
even been weed.
I don't even want to think about it.
You paid
When
for
I
it,
used to
though.
buy,
Oh yeah.
when I used to buy pounds of weed from these Mexican guys, and they had some really good weed. Then if you try a joint, that shit, you be fucked up after 2 or 3 tokes, right? So everybody wanted that. So when you went to buy it, he said, yeah, man, I'll take 5 pounds of that.
Yo, a freckled man.
He'll say, you can't have that unless you buy some of that. They'll make you buy the dirt weed to get the good shit. No shit, man. That shit blew my mind the first time they did it. But the good weed was so good. You know. And the dirt weed was so bad.
Dude, it was nasty.
We couldn't sell it.
It was nasty.
We couldn't sell it.
Are you trying to sell it?
No.
Anytime?
No. Wasn't nobody gonna buy that.
No.
Stuff was horrible, man. Tastes like shit.
Okay, so you said you gotta go back in, huh? I was listening to, there was this podcast, not podcast, a video I watched about, they kind of went into Neuralink, and, like, Neuralink has some stuff that they're, some things that they've done that's decent, they've not done anything groundbreaking really yet, but the way he talks about the shit that is gonna happen in the next couple of years, the way they just mapped all the the synapses in a millimeter of fucking mouse brain section. Like a section of mouse brain that was a millimeter deep. It took them 6 months to map every fucking synapse or neuron or whatever the fuck it is that's in there. And it took 6p something. Like it was 6p. 250 million gigabytes. It was past whatever the gigabytes, it goes gigabytes, then terabytes, and then what? Pegabytes?
Nanobytes.
No, nano's down. Well, it was an unbelievable amount of space just for that section of brain.
Yeah.
I thought in my head, I had it, because obviously I'm watching TV and TV tells me fantasy shit.
All the time.
But I had it in my head that we're 10, 15 years away from seeing our thoughts. I mean, they can kind of show you, I've seen video of someone that had this thing on their head, and it was projecting what they were seeing on the screen. And it wasn't like a perfect image, but it was, you could tell that it was a cross. They were looking at a black cross, and you could see it was a fuzzy cross being projected on the screen from the electrical thought of this cap or whatever the fuck it was. So in my head, I'm like, oh, they're gonna be, nah. They had the memories. They have no idea. They have no idea where memories are stored or how they're stored, or anything of that nature. I mean, we have an idea of I had this in my. I had it in my. The other day, I had a really loud fucking meditation session in my head, and it was. It makes sense why kids act up when they're traumatized at a young age. When you traumatize a kid to the point where it causes real trauma in their head and gives them PTSD and emotions and whatever the fuck it is. A child's memory, the memory, your brain is basically just tree roots. Every fucking thought you make makes more roots. And just keeps growing and growing. So when you're a baby, there's only this many roots. So the trauma is real close. So every time you get close to that fucking section of roots, you feel that trauma and it feels like shit and it hurts and you do things, you act up, you drink, you do something to get rid of the feeling. I don't know. I just sat and dwelled on it for fucking ever. I was a very inner child when I was young. But most people act the fuck out into that shit. And it makes sense because it's real close. And then as you get older, you act out a little less. You start acting more like an adult because the trauma. If there's not more trauma built into the situation, then the trauma goes away. It becomes less noticeable because the roots are way the fuck down here. And to get that far deep into your roots takes a lot of fucking effort. You can't. Most people skim here. When their roots are fucking 50 feet into the ground, they're skimming here. For the most part, they're not fucking.
They might not even know they have roots.
Well, most people don't. That's why they're skimming. Because if you don't know you have roots that you can get into, different sections of your consciousness or whatever the fuck it is.
It's consciousness.
Yeah, that you can, with practice, go from place to place. What the fuck, someone's talking. I always miss people on this thing when they're talking and shit. And then there's one guy gets on here just.
Oh. That's the guy
He'll
with
just
the weird,
start posting shit.
is that the guy with the weird long name?
Yeah, he'll copy and paste stuff, and it'll break it up the wrong way, so it'll be confusing as shit. It'll put one section here.
Can
and
it be seen right now? Hopefully he's watching.
Just your fingers, probably. There you go.
I hope it's nice to meet you. Hopefully.
Was that a Hindu
Yeah,
temple?
dude, Dr. Sagar, the neurosurgeon at
That's,
University of Michigan, I was
Anchor
talking
One.
to him right prior to the first NeuroPace installation. He was like, dude, we understand less than 1% of what is going on in that noggin of yours. So,
Yeah. I mean, they have a better idea on how to deal with trauma and stuff because there's some actual studies that show the different, like they know how, from the outside, how to deal with, like if you want to deal with your PTSD seriously, you have to have therapy for one. But you also have to, every fucking day, write down the thoughts that are in your fucking head. Every day. Like it has to be a ritual. Oh, this one bothers me. Well, I'm going to write it down. And then tomorrow I'm going to write it down again. Even if I'm not thinking about it, I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to write it down again. And I'm going to do that for 63 days at least. Because you build a habit after 63 days. Your brain pathways change. And it takes 63 days to build a fucking actual, like, to release that fucking whatever it is in there that's causing you to stress or panic. Or because again, it could be a slightest thing of thinking about, like, you smell something and you're like, oh, it takes me back. That feeling of nostalgia where you go, oh, I remember my mom's cooking or whatever the fuck it is. Like, I don't remember any of that shit. But
The euphoric feeling.
but that
He
that
doesn't
stuff
remember
happens
that
the other
shit.
way too.
Yeah.
Even in the slightest little bit. And you just don't know why, because you were thinking about the fucking book that you're looking at. But that book you're looking at is attached to a bunch of shit that you don't, because you don't know.
See, sometimes we think too much. Sometimes you think too much. Your mind becomes so busy with shit that you get confused.
I'm gonna get Braden to not talk.
no, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
Bullshit.
I'll bet you.
Wow.
For one, he's already started the first part. He got rid of this.
He got rid of soda.
Soda completely.
This is not so.
I know.
That's tea.
He's gonna lose like 30 pounds in the first 6 months.
He already has. He had to. He fucking passed out at work. Like, he was at his job and passed the fuck out. And they're like, dude, you're basically clocked out. You're-
Blood pressure?
No. The diabetes. His
Oh, he
sugar,
got
his sugar,
diabetes.
his
Oh.
fucking, his,
So he finally realized he has diabetes.
well, he doesn't have it yet, but he was
He's pre.
He's
He's pre.
developing type
He
2.
They
was
call it
developed.
pre. Yeah.
Yeah, he was pre-diabetic, like big time, like almost on, like pushing the level. And if he hadn't quit soda, like he was wearing one of those things. That's how I know that my fucking, what kind of spike that my pizza gives you, because he had it on.
With that CM.
Yeah, he had one of those things on, and you can go to your phone and see what kind of fucking blood spike you get, insulin spike or whatever it is, from the.
I'm so glad I don't have that shit.
Dude, when we went golfing up at Treetops or wherever we went, he had to sit with a breathing machine.
He still does.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course he does.
I wouldn't.
Type 1 diabetes is like the one you can't get rid of, right?
No, type 1's the one you're born with.
Yeah.
It's a genetic thing.
So like you can't get rid of it, right?
No, you
Oh,
can't.
No,
okay.
you can only combat it.
You can only deal with it.
Because somebody that we both know got rid of type 1 diabetes. He was diagnosed type 1 diabetes. Keegan was diagnosed type 1
They may
diabetes.
have misdiagnosed.
Yeah.
Well,
Or-
he was diagnosed with type 1 for years upon years upon years. Like,
More than one doctor.
yeah, and he's completely fine now. He doesn't take insulin anymore. He's completely off everything.
Is he drinking?
Yeah. Sometimes.
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know where he comes from, bro.
I know, yeah. Yes, he
His
is.
dad fucking got on a fucking boat. Actually swam.
Yeah,
Swam his ass
Yep.
from Cuba to here.
Yep.
Which one?
Oh, wait a minute. What did you just say? He swam from Cuba to here?
Yeah.
Did we play
Yep.
that one together?
No,
Yeah,
that's it. Got
I'm
picked
sure
up by
his
the
mom
Coast
can't
Guard.
picture.
Yeah. Yep.
And he told him he was 2 years younger so he could go to school.
Yep. They trained him on the boat. Then he was a.
Do you know those waters are dangerous as fuck?
Yeah. The story is he was swimming, and a tiger shark came up under him. And he fucking punched it in the nose, and yeah, that's the story. That's the story that he told us.
That is probably not a lie.
No,
Because
he was a
that
badass.
area is full of sharks.
Listen, this man was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying. He was bad.
Oh, to want to swim that, you gotta be a bad motherfucker.
Dude, I would be so sloppy if I went out and did this.
You haven't done it in a while?
Me too.
No, I blew out my shoulder, so I was
Oh.
converted purely to the golf goals. I have my bag, it's still full of like hundreds of dollars of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
My brother Jeff took me disc golfing once. It was awesome. I really loved it. I found like 2 or 3 of them just in the woods.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is this a buzz?
So,
How buzz is this?
jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker thing? Is this new?
Look at the year on that. It tells you what year that standard.
21.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
those
that's
jawbreakers
cool.
came out.
It
like,
does, doesn't it?
That thing's really
They
good.
came out like 18.
Kind of reminded me of a
Okay, yeah, so I mean after I retired.
Mm.
Yeah,
I like this.
yeah, they're nice feel.
Get beat up pretty quick though, hitting a couple trees.
Fuck yeah, I have one in my bag. It's kind of inverted in, which is what I wanted. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is a 173 too.
I've been there once.
Niagara Falls, I've been there too.
Yeah, when I was a kid.
I want to go.
It is. It
You
is.
know, it's nice to see it, but
It is awe-inspiring. 'cause
once
it
you
is-
see it, you didn't see
After
it.
about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You're like,
I traveled.
You just
for-
looking at water.
Yes.
You're just looking at water.
It would be dope to work right there.
Yeah. Oh,
In the wintertime, it's really weird. Because it's semi-frozen.
Oh.
And the ice turns blue.
I'd rather see that, to be honest with you.
I. Well.
That looks like the Philippines.
Yes. That's pretty.
They have more waterfalls than any country.
You think that's the Philippines?
It looks like.
You don't know.
Maybe Hawaii.
I'd say Central America.
Okay.
Oh. Now that I'm
You
looking
could
at
be.
that, yeah.
Huh.
So that'd be the Himalayas.
Patagonia.
That would be something. Did you watch that? Do you remember Live, the bridge back in the 90s or whatever, about the dude? They came out with a remake of a. They came out with, I don't want to say it's a remake because it was made by the fucking people who it happened to. You remember the story about the rugby team that crashed in the Himalayas?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
they
they came out with a
Andy,
movie about it.
Andy,
Yes, yes.
They didn't make a
They-
movie about it.
They ate.
Was it good?
They ate the dead
Yeah.
ones.
Was it really?
Yes, dude. There's a scene where they walk over a fucking hill. Like it just took them a half fucking day to get up this fucking hill, and they're up this hill and they look and it's just as far as you can see,
Fall Summit.
all summits.
Fall Summit, baby. That's what we call
And
it.
it was like just the thought. Oh my god! It took them 10 days. From that point, it took them 10 days to find fucking like to get to a point where they were people
Civilization.
were.
Like, yeah.
And then they found them all. They rescued them all, but they ate the people.
Yeah, they
They ate
ate
the dead people.
They ate a couple of people.
Not a couple.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
They ate a lot. They were there for like 60 days or something.
I don't know. I'd probably rather just die.
Some did.
I'd be.
Yeah, I'm not eating.
One dude did.
I'm
One
not
dude
eating.
did.
I'm not eating.
I'm good.
I'll just lay out there until I froze to death.
Yep.
Fuck that shit.
Rudy, I joined him like you're.
I could never eat again.
Bro, you just want to go die and just get this over with?
I could never.
Bro.
Yeah, I could never eat again if I had to do that. I could never eat again.
Let's go,
I
bro.
wanna
That's
die
what I'd
after
call you
that
for the last
anyways.
time. I'd be like,
Take it
bro,
up, bro, for real.
bro.
Did you never see Jenner butt naked?
My bro.
I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? You never seen Jenner butt naked?
No.
This dude, they did a Vice.
You
ever watch
can't get wilder than this dude.
He was a warlord. He was one of the. He wasn't a warlord. He was an army general during a civil war, and
What country?
Liberia, I think.
Was it Liberia? It might have been.
I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was Liberia. Anyways, like he's being interviewed. You know who Vice is, right? The guy that runs Vice, the main dude, is doing the interview, and the guy's like, "Don't eat that." It was just like a dude cooking meat on the side of the road. He goes, "That's probably human."
It's probably human meat.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He goes, "Yeah, I got it." The guy used to take baby because they needed a virgin. And the only virgins they could find that were young enough was babies in the most part, or young kids. So they would take young kids and they would slit their throat and they would bathe in the fucking blood. And then they would get naked.
Will you find this so I can watch it later if we don't finish it right now?
I don't want to see it.
Well, you don't see
do.
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't want to see shit like
No,
that.
I don't plan on watching any
I don't like
two-minute
to-
sacrifice.
I don't like to
Yeah.
see things that'll ruin me. You know, that you can't unsee.
Yeah.
No, he's
Replay
what?
it.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Benda,
Oops. Back.
Book of General K, dude. You gotta click that just to know now.
That's one reason if I go to the Philippines, I can't look at the news. Because
Yeah,
in the
I know.
Philippines,
They
if
don't
somebody
hide
gets
it.
shot in the head, they show it.
Yeah.
You get run over by a car, they show it. I'm like, nah, I don't want to see that shit.
Oh, his name is General Butt Naked,
Yeah.
and that's with Vice right there. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll watch that. I don't need to watch it right now, but
Hold on, let me see if I can do. Oh, stop.
the cannibal warlords of Liberia. Ugh.
So they would bathe in blood, naked, and then they would run into battle. And these were him and child soldiers, and he's probably 17.
They were
19,
also
20.
they were also chewing this stuff. I can't even remember the name of it. It makes your mouth red, and it makes you wild. You get wild.
Yeah, they were also on a fucking bunch of drugs too, like heroin and fucking.
That's what I'm talking
speed.
about. This is one that they chew.
Speed.
Can't remember what it's
I know what
called.
you're talking about. Yes.
So you did.
Is it called CAC or something like it's called? I think it's something like CAC. And
I did well.
What's the one? The salvia.
Yeah.
I smoked salvia?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Was it? What happened?
Oh, dude. So,
I saw some videos.
for like, at first it was real funny, and then Eric was with his girlfriend, and he became King Arthur, and she became Guinevere, and Eric had, what did he have in his hand? He had something in his hand, and he came up and went, ooh, and he pulled out a sword, and then a cartoon whale came swimming by, and he sliced it in half, and then I was laughing so hard I was drooling. And you come back in like 5 minutes? Not even? It's not as long as a DMT trip, that's for sure. And this is all while sitting outside. And I had never smoked weed at that point.
Did you hear? You ever hear?
Oh, you had never smoked weed.
Never had smoked
Oh,
weed, and I
okay.
had no weed mixed with it. This is like back when I was in college.
That was the salvia.
Salvia, yeah.
Yeah.
It was not very long after that I started smoking weed every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I saw some people on salvia on YouTube.
Did you ever hear Ari Shafir's story? Ari Shafir said he had he lived his life for 6 months. Even had a relationship with a girl.
Right.
And snapped back in the fucking, it was 15, 20 minutes later, snapped back. Dude, imagine,
I can see it, dude. Like, that was the weirdest thing in my
dude, I'm
entire
telling
life.
you, it's something that sends you to a different plane.
Dude, it was so weird.
That's
Maybe
freaking
what he
true.
did, maybe all he
That's
did was
freaking
tap
true.
into a different fucking dimension
Yeah, well,
for a little bit and get to kind of walk around in it.
you affect your consciousness to a certain point, you know.
I'm all about the
Dude.
belief that I could still be in a coma.
No, dude, the thing is like, King Arthur, for example, like, he became King Arthur. It wasn't like, ooh, what is going on? It's just like, he was King Arthur.
He became King Arthur in your mind.
In my mind, right.
Right.
Like, he was, this
But
is
you
King
saw it.
Arthur.
Yeah.
With your eye.
But he had, like, armor.
Right.
And then a fucking cartoon whale came and he goes, ooh, and he sliced it in half with a sword.
This can't be that unbelievable to the guy who left his body and flew around.
Oh, it's not unbelievable.
No, it's not unbelievable.
Not
at
just
all.
that. I had at least 300 acid trips in my life.
So you're like me with mushrooms.
Oh, dude, I done seen all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit.
I
Oh,
feel like
you know what I was telling you earlier? have you done mushrooms before?
Yeah.
So, have you ever done like a huge dose?
No.
Like a Stephen Bruce dose?
No.
So when you do like 8 to 12 grams of mushrooms, for about 2 hours you leave planet Earth, right? He went to Rome. At my house at the time, there was a giant, like, you can tell it.
That wasn't even like, that was just, do you know what happened with that
I went to
fucking
purgatory for said time, so hold on. But like DMT is like when you have that high hour and a half of like when you hit the apex of your trip, DMT is like that instantly getting to that level. It feels weird in a sense because I just remember thinking to myself, I didn't earn this. Like I didn't sit there and go through like the hour and a half, 2 hour build up of like going through the jitter session. And,
Hey.
But what happened to you when I went to purgatory?
Okay, so I couldn't stare at it. It was bugging me because it was moving, the lines,
Yeah.
which was not tweaking.
What lines?
I have a giant poster
Yeah.
about the size of that black thing. It's a giant, like, framed in, but it's a map of ancient Rome.
So it's like, it catches you, but it's too much. Because I could start feeling it. Because what happens with me with mushrooms, I think it literally just takes away my fucking ego. And when my ego's gone, everything comes in. And it's too much information. And it causes my ego to panic because it doesn't want me to not, like, I don't know, it sounds dumb, but
It's in your mind. You know what you're talking about.
it's not that's the thing. I don't think the body and the ego are the same. Let me rephrase that. What you are as Rudy isn't that.
True.
What I mean by that, though, is there's still that in there. Like that part of you that needs to survive, that part of you that's a monkey or a dog or a fucking other wild animal,
A human,
is still inside of you.
whatever, yeah.
It just kind of, for most people, it just kind of sits there and does what it needs to do for you to survive. It's why people get caught in the rat trap and they just keep what they have to do.
That's just a materialistic world.
What?
That's your materialistic world that you have to live in.
That's fine, but my point is really that all your anger, all your fear, all your sadness, the fucking soul doesn't know any of that. When you get outside the body, you know this. When you're outside the body, you don't feel anything that the body feels.
Exactly, because you're not in the body anymore.
Right, but that body.
There's no ego,
is
there's no pleasure,
Well,
there's no
hold on,
pain.
but you're not getting what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that yet when you separated, your ego stayed in the body, and it was controlling you and keeping you from going to a fucking slump. It was still there. You were just able to detach from it.
Okay, I can take that.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm,
And
that's
the
possible.
ego is always there. It's always moving the body. It's the one that keeps the breath going.
Well, see, that's the point.
The
Because-
program, I guess you could
Because
say.
what you go through when you leave your body, at first, is fear.
Well,
Because you think you're dying.
It's freaky. It's exactly what it's like.
Yeah, you think
Like
you're
I thought-
dying,
I
so
thought I
fear
had-
comes in, and the more you go out, the less fear. Then after a while, there's no fear at all.
So when I went up to my room, and I laid on the bed, and I remember Tom DeLonge, the singer of Blink-182, came out with that band called Angels and Airwaves. And he requested at some point early on that you lay in the dark. Is this dark out at this point, I'm assuming?
Yeah, we are night.
Yeah, so that you lay in the dark and listen to his album with headphones on. And I had never done it, and I just felt compelled to do it. The thing about that whole album is it's like 45 minutes of the same guitar tone, same everything, right? It's just like this goofy, like trying to be outdated or upgraded punk rock. And this came out circa like 2003.
Okay.
Every song sounds the same, and I'm drinking tons of water, so I keep having to get up and pee and go back and listen to this again. And I was just like, felt so repetitive, this buildup of urine, having to go pee, then coming back, drinking like, a bunch of water. And I was convinced that I died, and I was just in purgatory. And like, no matter what, I couldn't get off this bed. The only place I could go is go pee. And finally I was like, I'm gonna get up and go see what Steve is doing. Like, I got this. And I had to wait till the album was over. I just took the
Ah.
headphones off and I walked down. I was like, "Sup?" And that's when you were on the couch looking at the poster, like,
See, I remember it differently. The poster freaked me out, and I went downstairs.
"Were you in the basement?"
So
The poster freaked
it
you.
didn't freak me out. It wasn't freaking me out. It was just making me dizzy.
Okay.
It was just
So too busy.
yeah, too
It's all
busy.
it's all in like cursive. It is the original
Yeah.
map.
Yeah, it's just too much. It was making me
Yeah.
dizzy. It was, and it wasn't just that. It was the panic was starting to ensue. That anxiety that comes in when you're taking mushrooms.
That
It's like,
big part.
what's gonna happen? Am I gonna shit myself? Because that's a fear. That's a real fear. I don't want to shit myself in Bruce's nice house. He's got a nice fucking house. This couch is fucking more than my house.
God damn.
It's not. It's probably, but it's a nice fucking couch. So like that's the anxiety of mushrooms is because I don't know if I can control what's gonna happen.
Bodily functions.
No, anything.
Oh,
Maybe
shit.
I just go like this.
Oh shit.
I fucking love it. Dude, I will drive on mushrooms.
I've
I'm a
never
happy
felt
camper.
like that before.
But the whole like leaving my body because again I went downstairs to try like okay I'm gonna go in the dark. I'm gonna meditate. By this point I'm meditating a lot already, and also I'm also going through something where the girl I at that time loved was like nah I don't like you.
Yeah, I remember talking about that.
So like it was like I'm dealing with emotional shit too, but at the same time, I'm like okay, lay down there on his big because he's got a nice couch in the basement too, like really comfy couch to lay on, with big fucking pillows. So like it was comfy and I'm like relaxing and I closed my eyes, and it was. Have you seen Contact with Jodie Foster? You seen Contact with Jodie Foster? The Travel. You know how it's like really crazy,
Yeah, yeah.
and she pops into these moments of clarity. That's what it was. It was, oh fuck, breathe.
Damn.
The moments of, and I'm not like you said, that fear of trying. I wanted to get the fuck out. I wanted to go, take it to that next step, but my body wouldn't let me. It was like, no, fuck you. You're not doing it. So I've come because of that situation. Because I think it's one of those things where mushrooms and meditation are the same thing.
Yes.
Mushrooms just a forced version of what I deal with every day.
Yes.
So you can get to the same place, but meditation takes years, if not decades, to get there. Where mushrooms can push you there in a minute.
Or
Can
Or
put you there in
psychedelics
about
can
an
do
hour.
that.
Yeah.
not just mushrooms.
Yeah, psychedelics.
DMT
yeah.
puts
Yeah.
you there in a second. Well, DMT takes you to another dimension.
I gotta try this DMT. I keep
I
hearing
probably have
about it.
enough that I can give you the remainder of it.
I gotta try it. I gotta try it. See what it's like.
She's buying me a new
Because
one.
I've never had a really good trip in years. You know.
I mean, come over and we'll do some mushrooms in my place. Those blue penis endies that I get are fucking awesome.
The what?
Penis endies that I get from you.
Oh, I know.
They're so good.
He knows what he's doing.
Dude, I went and I ate like 1.5 grams and then went out to dinner. And then, oh dude, at this point it's no big deal. So, and then I'm driving and I get to the theater, and when I get to the theater I eat another 1.5 grams. So I'm on 3 grams. I go watch Trolls. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but it's
I
like,
mean, I've seen the commercial. I've definitely.
dude, it was so good, and the music is so good in this thing. I don't care what anybody says. NSYNC did a reunion for it, and when you're on 3 grams of mushrooms, fuck yeah, dude, everything is great. And I remember it was about an hour into the movie, and I'm like, dude, I cannot drive right now. Like, I am fucked up.
Yeah, it's that control thing. It's about losing control. Because I've had the moments in my basement before where I did like 3.5 grams. It was like an eighth or something like that, and I did it with Lou. It was really, holy shit. So this was weird. So like me, Lou, you remember his fat girl that he was with, the short one that had the kid? They had the kid together?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're all on mushrooms, including a bunch of other people. Brandon's there.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
We're at my other house, the one on Wasman, down
Yeah.
in the Avon. So I'm sitting at this table, and I'm like sitting there, I'm like, oh, looking at Lou, and energy's like popping like a fucking rave, dude. That's what it feels like. It feels like the happiest moment of my life. Lou is right there because he's just like having a good time. He's fucking tripping balls, losing himself. So And then you come over here, halfway, I shit you not, it felt like a fucking wall, and you go through the wall, and you're like,
Oh, god damn.
and she just put this weight on you, and you're like, oh, God, oh, back here. And you could switch back and forth. I'm in my basement, and it was after that, and I'm like, just by myself, and I'm like, this is, I don't know, I just felt what, I guess, I don't know, in a sense, what the universe is. In a sense, like, I don't know how to explain it. It sounds hippy dippy as
Yeah,
fuck.
you can't
It is
explain
it is hippy dippy as
It's
fuck. Like,
unexplainable.
it was like, this is what it feels like when I don't have the other stuff with it.
Yeah.
There's no, like, because then it was like, okay, because you gotta imagine, I'm raised a Christian, just not as Christian as he was, but Christian enough that the shit hit deep. And this point showed me that there was nothing underneath. Like, there was no up or down, there's just this, in a sense.
You were enlightened.
No, I'm definitely not enlightened. That's
You
a
were.
big fucking term. But I was.
There have been a couple times where I had like holy shit moments, but I would do like 8 grams by myself.
Yeah, you're trying to fucking.
Go meet Jesus.
Yeah.
And I went and looked for him. Didn't find
How
him.
much was that stuff I got from you? Was that a gram?
Yeah. About a gram.
I did that whole thing. It was nice.
I would go like I would love to go to like Traverse City area, get a B&B on the beach in the spring and go and just do mushrooms and do like a big dose, but just have a bonfire, sitting on a beach, have Mario Kart queued up for any time I need to go in there and take a break. Switch will be there.
Have it all hooked up, huh?
Dude, if you go to my house and do mushrooms, at least my last house, it would be every room would have water bottles. The whole house had to be clean. Dude, it had to be crystal clear. And there just need to be water bottles everywhere. Knowing that, like,
Yeah.
you can just drink that water. The answer is yes. That way you don't have to carry a water bottle around the house.
Look at these.
Dude. Did you watch Equalizer 3 yet?
No. I'm not watching Denzel Washington movie.
No. Why?
'Cause he sucks. He's lame.
Really?
Well, you look at Rudy like that's a
Yes,
racist
yeah,
comment.
yeah, why do you
like-
look at me?
I don't know. I was looking for someone to back me up.
No, man.
Obviously not.
My bad. Sorry, I like Denzel. He's a very good, beneficial black man. Is that what you want to hear?
Just surprised.
He's good for society.
Someone said he was a bad actor.
Fuck the
He's another millionaire.
Yes, he is.
Good for him, too.
That made a bunch of money, pretended to be something he wasn't.
Training day.
Yeah, training day is
Well, acting,
Pretty good,
period.
right?
That's what acting is. Being something that you're really not.
obviously clever. Captain Rudy's in town.
See, I don't really pay attention to these actors, politicians and shit because you're just gonna get a bunch of runaround shit that has nothing to do with your daily life. You know, your struggle. Fuck 'em. That's what I say.
Okay. Okay.
What did you think when Reagan won?
That was awful, and it was.
Reaganomics, baby.
That it was awful, and it was.
Reaganomics. What year did he win?
80. Then he came. Then in 80.
In fact, he followed Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
It went from here to there.
It went
Yes,
from
it
solar
did.
panels on the fucking roof
Yes,
to
it did.
removed within 5 years. That's crazy.
Reaganomics. That's what created the 1%.
It was called
No,
a trickle.
brought back
trickle down.
It was called a trickle down theory.
It brought him back.
Trickle down
That if
effects.
you give the rich people all the money, they will trickle it down to the poor people.
They
create
actually tell you
jobs.
Did- Yeah, that's what it means.
That's what
They say-
Reaganomics is.
They didn't believe that shit.
That's what it is.
Dude, that's literally what he ran on. Is Reaganomics with trickle down theory.
Yeah.
Which is, you give
And he
like,
demonized.
corporations the money, they create jobs.
demonized poor people.
I thought, but that's where it's like, how do you hear that and go, oh, that makes sense?
You trust them. Dude, you don't know shit about these people anymore. Like, you don't have social media. You get what they preach, You've listened to them talk.
You
for
got
4
3
hours.
channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
3. Okay?
Really
And if you flip from one to the other, you hear the same fucking moves. On all
And
3.
so they're just sitting there saying like the rich people, and they're being very, very careful with the verbiage, but they're saying the rich people will create jobs for the poor people, and everybody will go. And it was under the concept of like 1950s, like early blue collar, and when Hazel Park was considered like high end, and they're just trying to backtrack to that point. And it was either continue as the 1% or backtrack where you can live off of.
Well, they
a
realized,
class salary.
the money they could make off of black and poor people. They finally realized, wow, we got all these fucking black people and poor people, and they're just sitting around, they ain't doing shit. We need to build some fucking cars and tanks and boats. The war, World War II, hired more motherfuckers that were poor than any other.
Yeah, I know, it created a ton of wealth. I get it.
And it was
There's a
done
lot of programs that created the wealth.
And it was done on purpose.
Yeah, I know. But it doesn't feel like it's being done on purpose now.
Oh, it does. Even more.
What?
Feels like it's being done on purpose. What do you mean?
No.
It's right in your face. Here I am, motherfucker. Hope you're ready for me.
Seems like the richest people in the country make most of their money off of poor people. And the more poor people that have more money to make.
Let me see, of course. That's why they're dumbing down these motherfuckers. Okay? It's just like that movie, Idiocracy. Remember that
It was a
movie?
good movie. It was a very good
That's
movie.
what's happening right now, man.
Such a good movie.
That's just going on right fucking now. But some of these motherfuckers out here are dumb as fuck. They don't read
Old.
nothing.
You getting old.
Dumb as
Being
fuck.
in your mid-80s as a president, get the fuck out of
As
here,
a
dude. Like, you
president,
are
as
done, man.
Anything.
You are out of zinc at that point.
What-
Go enjoy
Why
your
don't you
life.
retire? Yes.
Yes, go enjoy
What
your
do you
life.
mean? Why don't you retire?
If you're eight, wouldn't you like to retire now? Wouldn't you be like, dude, I'd like to take a pension, just go fucking sit.
I'm
do
a
nothing?
millionaire. Like, I'm
Yes and
74.
no. Yes and no. I enjoy trimming.
Doing, yeah, no, that's fine. But
I
we're not
enjoy
talking
that.
about
You're now a
But-
millionaire at the age of 74. You could retire and have a very fun hobby. Go play golf every day.
Not even golf. You could go run companies even if you wanted to. Just do it.
I have no interest in any of that.
I fucking love
Golf's pretty fun.
Dude, if I had $1 million, I bet if I had $1 million, I could probably play at least one match on the tour. By the time I'm
it. In the Masters.
no, what's Masters? That's crazy. No, like get some berth.
No,
play some tournament.
or
Pro
sorry, the
Am.
players.
Pro
The
Am.
Players tour.
Not a pro am. Pro am is.
Corn Ferry.
Yeah, I'm talking like I'd be on. I with $1 million, and with practice, I could play on the tour.
Well,
You
the
can hit
players-
with the
the
big
players
boys.
tour is like the seniors.
You can hit with the big boy, just saying.
That's 50. No, I can't play
I
that.
think it's
That's
55.
I don't think I could get on either tour and like an actual invite play. I think I could just play at least one tournament. Like,
Are you
figure
talking
out a way-
about? Are you talking about golf?
Yes. Figure out a way to win an amateur tournament that gets you into a pro tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like one of
You a
that.
good putter?
When he's on, he's on.
You
Yeah.
gotta be a good putter all the time.
You know what a good putter is? A dude who can sit on a fucking green and putt for an hour.
Or somebody
This,
that could
I
get
have a
out
putting
the
mat in my
Or an
house
hour.
with an automatic return. And I putt probably 30 minutes a day. Just
Not
sitting
even.
here.
But it don't mean nothing when you
Stay
get
on
out
the
in
phone
the
with my earbuds and
elements.
just putt
When you
my
get out in
head
the
back.
elements and it's wind,
Got that hard.
rain,
I played for
and
a
it's
year.
My
rough,
son has one too.
and the
He's
sand
7 foot.
traps. Shit,
I only
come
played
on.
for a year or two at the Euro.
That's just hard as fuck, man.
It's super hard.
I
You
haven't
have
been
to
to Top
spend-
Golf in 2 weeks, which is probably the longest I've gone in like a year without going to Top Golf. It's been so fucking cold. I have no
Yeah.
desire to go stand out there in
Yeah.
1 degree weather.
All I know is that me and him started playing when
I
COVID.
mean, like, started
2020
seriously playing?
Yeah,
Like
COVID.
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
And I can break 90 most of the time if I'm playing on a regular. So if I actually put work in, like I did with disc golf, because again, disc golf I can't compete with them guys because they're throwing a fucking disc 500 It's different. I can hit a golf ball 300 yards.
Yeah, it's not about force. It's not about.
You can hit a golf ball how long?
Right now I hit it probably
300.
Right now I hit it about 280, or not 280, 250 on an average. But if I put the work in, because again, it's time, work, diet, because that's where the money comes in
And
too,
genetics.
to be able to afford a fucking
I
nutritionist.
mean, no, because there are
golf,
women
yeah.
who hit it like 280, like little Asian women. I mean,
Golf.
you just have to.
It's,
Right
te-
now,
it's
every
technique.
Yep.
Right clubs.
That's what it is. They have good technique. You don't have to be strong, but if you got the proper technique, you
That's
hit a
my
golf
point.
ball.
You have to practice. Like,
Oh,
golf.
yeah, yeah.
Because I'll go to Top Golf and
But
I'll
some
hit over
people-
1,000 balls in public.
But some people are just strong and can hit a ball a long way.
Yeah.
You got
And
people
again,
that just can
they're
blast
not-
the fucking ball.
That's not, you don't have to hit, but the point is if you want to play in the tour, you gotta hit about 280 on that. Like, be able to hit 280 on the dime.
Yes.
That's what you need to hit. 300 is great if you can do it, but the reality is if you can dime
Well,
280 on our average.
It depends on whether it's a par 3, par 4.
No, I'm just saying though, heck, like you can compete. That's the point. The courses are set up for people to hit 250, 280 on a dime. That's,
Well, the biggest problem is that the courses, when they were designed, were not meant for today's technology. And so you can
Yeah, a
smash
lot
a
of
golf
them
ball
do.
so much further. Like what used to be, like eagles used to be really hard to obtain. Now they're expected multiple times to turn them because a lot of
Guys
these
are
guys
fucking
can drive the
destroyed.
par 4,
yeah.
which technology in 2000, you could never, ever drive that par 4.
Or shape. Because again, Tiger Woods changed
Or
the
shape,
game.
yeah.
Tiger Woods changed the game when he walked on there and he looked like a brick shit house. Like, him in person, when he was 18, 19, 20 years old, he looked like he was decked. He was a
Dude, Rory
six-pack.
McIlroy too came out and was just a beast of a dude, and he
Yeah.
could hit it further than anybody in the tour.
Used to be fucking old fucking.
And who can hit it the furthest?
Rory
Right.
McIlroy.
No.
It's,
Who can hit it the
Bryce, isn't it?
No, it's the
depends.
drunk dude.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it is. He can
No.
smash the
He
ball.
can smash it, but he's not
anymore.
Oh, he can still smash it, dude.
Shambo's hitting at fucking 350.
Yeah, there's one guy, and he plays in the live tour. He was in the PGA. He hits it further. than
When you
anybody.
see him swing, you're like, dude, the club's not supposed to do that. He has like shafts made for him.
Yes. And what's interesting about him is, so if you look at most golfers, like you look at my set, the higher the club you go, the longer the shaft is. He uses the same shaft on everything.
On
Same
his
thing.
irons,
So like
yeah.
his wedge shafts are the same as his 5-iron.
Yeah. 7 and 5 are the same.
It's a very calculated way of playing, which I couldn't keep up
You
with.
know who did that again is Dalton.
He did that.
He did it. His old irons, he got new irons. He did the same thing again. He
If
likes
it works, it works.
It's 7 iron like.
I couldn't, dude. I've been working on my flop shot with a 60 degree, trying to put backspin on it.
I don't know. I just gotta get out and swing that a bit swinging.
I haven't been in years. I used to smash the ball.
You should come with us. He'd go every week.
The guy I went to Alaska with, and he was my friend for about 5 years. He taught golf down in North Carolina. Supposed to be a haven of golf courses down there. But he taught me how to drive a ball. Whoa, this guy can drive a ball.
But that's probably a reason too, working at the golf course. I forget about that. I actually had to do the same thing. He's a dude that just this fat guy that played semi-pro,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but he got in there as a fucking showman.
He showed you technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
That's what this guy did for me.
aiming for something in the grass instead of aiming out, you aim for the grass. That way you have a better control where you're aiming. A lot of the swing stuff.
A lot of technique.
But there was another dude there. He was, oh god, he was probably 32. He'd just come back from Hawaii because he was on the Nike tour in Hawaii. And he was like, I did alright. I placed fine. I like made money, but it's just so fucking expensive there.
Oh, living there.
Yeah, living there.
Fuck
It's just
yeah.
so fucking expensive. I couldn't maintain it. So he came back home, got a job as a fucking assistant. You know, dude checking you in.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Just finding his next friend through.
Yeah.
I'd just like to live there. I was goddamn well with it.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do, Rudy, is go play with random people on the golf course.
Oh, okay.
like my favorite thing to do is go to a course, find it online where I know there's 3 people already, or at least 2, and I'll go play with
Go
strangers.
play with, yeah.
Dude,
Oh, and just shoot the shit with them.
I need to do that more, but the reality is that's why I love disc golf so much, and I don't practice this as much as disc golf. Because disc golf, I could go and literally just play fucking by myself for 3 hours. Here, it's, they're gonna either tag you up with somebody, and then you gotta talk to these motherfuckers. Half of them are fucking drinkers.
Oh, I got tagged up with 2 mamas, and both in their mid-50s, probably even like 60s. And they were like, we're gonna play from the red. And I was like, then I am too. Because it was gonna be way too confusing, right? So it's like, I kept my driver in the bag maybe twice.
Just use irons, yeah.
Oh, it was blast, but I'm using 18 birdies, which calculates my handicap every time. And it puts in you're playing the red, and basically it goes, oh, fuck you, you're gonna play from the reds. Then, like, you better shoot 72. Otherwise, fuck you, if you wanna go back to the whites, you can shoot a 78. But you're being a little bit of a bitch right now.
A little bit.
My handicap went up after that round, and I shot amazing.
I think I'm gonna do that league. Now that I don't have Parkside anymore, it's just here. If I don't start working somewhere else, but I think I'm gonna play. There's a Wednesday league over at Rackham. It's at 9 o'clock in the morning on Wednesdays. It's $40. Old man league.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
So you hit from. We would be probably B players, so we'd be hitting from the reds every time.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Every so often you might be an A player, so then you just hit from the grays, not the reds. Because you got 4 guys with you. You have an A player, the B, the C, and the D. The A player hits from the grays, the B and C hit from the fucking reds, and then the other guy hits from the fairway. Unless it's a par 3. Yeah, so, but the dude's like 80 probably.
Yeah, I'd want to be from the backs. I'd
The
want to
D-
be playing grays.
The D is the fucking, but you're all together.
Right, yeah, you're playing as a team,
You're
right?
playing as a
Yeah,
team.
of
But
course.
you have to use each other's shots.
Oh,
In
Right.
the nines. You have,
Uh-huh.
you have to use at least 1 shot from each person, and then you have,
One shot from each person.
2 shots from each person. Yeah. I think, you get 2 shots from each person and 1 wild on each side. Because you play 18 holes.
Okay.
I wonder how long that takes.
I literally
It
live on
takes a
this
couple
software.
hours.
Slack.
Nice.
That's the name of this. This is a weird commercial for Slack.
Yeah, they confuse the fuck out of people, dude. No one knows what the fuck that is. You're just spending money to spend money.
It's AOL, and you ever use Instant Messenger, AOL?
Mhm.
It's that for companies.
Oh.
And so I can communicate with like external companies that I do business with. I can communicate with them on Slack. It is like streamlined messaging towards each other.
Oh, like, okay.
Dude, it's literally AOL Instant Messenger,
Look
but
at
a
this
much
shit,
more advanced
man.
version.
Motherfuckers living up on top of that shit.
Have you
Isn't
guys
it crazy?
played at Birmingham?
Look at this.
Birmingham's Country Club's
I
field?
have not.
No,
I
that sounds
know.
way too fancy.
Oh, well, so
It's not
Anything
public.
with Birmingham.
no, it's not.
The hell no.
Oh no, because they were public. Supposedly, when I was like playing there, they're public for like a couple of like months for new people to come try out the new field and stuff. But when I was going, I was dating a girl, and her family was in Birmingham Country Club, and like they took me and got me sized for a whole new set. It was all carbon fiber and stuff. It was
Jesus Christ, dude.
it was really nice. They still have it. I still talk to the girl, but anyways, her dad was in a big league for Birmingham Country Club, and he just like took his time and taught me how to play. When you'd like get drunk, he would just like sit there for like an hour and talk to me with a cigar in his mouth and teach me how to play. And
That's cool.
It was so fun, man. I loved it.
Damn. I've never heard of it, because it's probably private, so yeah, I don't pay attention to the private ones.
I'm all set for now.
Sorry about that.
You pay big money to belong to a country club like that.
He did for a minute. Every time I played there, it shit the bed.
It was a country club in
It's
Rochester.
such a good course.
Was it Rochester? I
It was
can't
a fun
remember.
course. I did enjoy it.
Yeah, it was a good course.
Yeah, it had
Starts on a par 5, it's beastly.
Yeah, it's challenging as fuck up the hill.
You were talking about Orchard, I grew up right next to it. My granddad was across the street from it. I don't remember what
It's just called Birmingham Country Club.
No, I'm talking about the one in Rochester.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, guy.
Rochester.
Yeah, I was with I
It's
was
like
in,
right through Livernois. You go underneath Livernois.
Yeah.
Oh, not the orchards. something else. I know what you're
I'm
talking
completely mind blanking on it.
about. Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
I thought that was the orchard, but that's not the orchard.
Orchards.
Yeah, I was engaged to this white girl,
What?
and
Man, that must have been frowned upon back then.
and she was named Gardener of the Year by Michigan, and so it was a big banquet at that place I'm talking about. So she introduced
What year
me.
is this?
2003.
Oh,
shit.
so
Shit.
I'm hanging
Yeah,
out.
so
You're
that's not that bad.
hanging out by me in 2003 right now. I'm out in high school hanging out by you guys.
That's
Yeah,
not bad.
and
It wasn't.
she introduced me as her fiance. This is about 300 people. Big banquet hall. The governor is there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, she really put me on the spot. You know, I'm sitting there like, all these people are looking at me. So at the end of the dinner, the guy that runs the country club, well, manages the country club, he comes up to me and gives me a membership folder. You know, read our folder, you know, get back with us. So I opened it up, started reading it. You have to have $150,000 to join,
Yeah.
and it was $60,000 or $70,000 a year. I was like, what the?
No, my buddy's a member, and how you get in is they get you in. You're like under the age of 35. It's significantly cheaper, But as soon as you hit 36, prices go up on it.
It was wild.
Yeah.
It was a nice place.
It's a
nice.
really nice course.
Very nice.
I think I'd rather buy a fucking junk ass course for that.
Sorry.
Like find some fucking junk ass course, buy it for fucking $250,000.
Fuck around on it. Yeah. I wouldn't want to deal with the upkeep. No way.
That's what Ronald Reagan had.
What?
Ronald Reagan had a ranch in California.
Yeah.
He had a ranch.
There's a golf course on it?
It was everything on it, dude. Wild horses, all kinds of shit. Helicopter pad. Because a friend of mine was renting a mountaintop right across from his mountain. And we had binoculars. And we could see him out riding horses and shit. Helicopters landed and shit there. It's crazy, man.
Marine One, baby. Come on in.
It's crazy, man. Guy had tons of money, man.
Yeah, he was a rich dude.
Tons of money.
He was rich before he ran.
I know.
Yeah, because
He made a bunch of money.
he had bought,
as a TV
he bought
guy.
a lot of real
He's an
estate.
actor.
He bought a lot of real estate in Southern California before it became expensive. Him and Bob Hope. That's and Bob Hope. That's where they got their money from.
Smart man.
Oh yeah, they owned everything. All that land, Malibu, all of Malibu, all of that. Bob Hope owned probably half of that at one time. Right on the ocean.
That's what Detroit's gonna be in like 20 years. All these guys are buying it up. The profit margins in Detroit.
Oh yeah, it's going crazy.
Especially with the Lions, dude. You're gonna have a lot of people getting back down with the.
And you got that what's coming? Draft coming here. The NFL draft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this year. I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done. Because the city itself, the inner city's doing a lot better, but you get out to the outskirts, there's still a lot of dead spots. But Decay,
I wouldn't say a
Decay-
lot. I wouldn't say a lot of dead spots.
the east
It's a
side
lot
is
less
still
than it
pretty
used
fucked.
to be. Yeah, once you get the grass in it, it's fucked.
Yeah, the east side's pretty fucked. And
But most
scabs
of-
can fucking spread.
But most of it is gone.
I drove through there like
Most of it's gone. They didn't tore down almost all those houses.
I drove through there when I was in college. So this is 2008-ish, and two black guys asked me what I was doing there at a red light. They were like, "What are you doing in here?" And I was like, "I don't know." Just fucking high driving around, man, smoking
that's-
weed.
That's the only part of Detroit that has gangs. Yeah, gangs in that area.
I thought the west side does too.
Not really. They got something called the West Side Crips, but they're not a gang. they fight each other.
Yeah.
They're not out, you know, they might carjack somebody. But they're not out, you know, murder and all that kind of shit. But, yeah.
Do you think if you get rid of poverty, crime goes down?
Yes. You get rid of poverty, crime will definitely go down.
It just changed.
You know why? No, I'm gonna tell you why. Most crime is committed by people that have nothing else to do, no place to go, no future.
I guess he's got a point, maybe, because if there's no poverty, people aren't doing, they're gonna do the same, like, they would actually have to go after the people.
It's like
on
when I
top.
was in Alaska. Okay? It's like when I was in Alaska. Everybody had money. Hardly, there was hardly any crime at all. Because everybody had a pocket full of money.
It's also very cold.
Not to them.
Oh yeah. They
Yeah, there's not to them. There's not going at all. I had a Aleut Indian girlfriend. It would be 10
Not a
below.
white one this time.
Oh, I had a white one too.
Oh, I know you did.
It would be 10 below zero. And she would see me from her window. She'd come outside with a short sleeve shirt on and stand there and talk to me for 10 minutes.
No.
Yes.
Good. I'm good on all that.
I'm gonna tell you, man. In the wintertime, some of those Indian guys walk around with nothing but a shirt and pants on. Don't even have a coat. They're used to that shit. I couldn't.
Yeah, no.
I mean, actually, I wasn't that bothered. Like, I was up smoking.
Now, when you
on my
get out,
porch when
now,
it was at 0 degrees
they wouldn't
out.
do that out,
Yeah.
you know, in the brush, you know. But around the city,
They do say gold therapy is very good for you. Yeah. It's just really hard. It's painful. Like I went out there, like tried to stay out there for a couple seconds. So, you know, not seconds, but you know, a little bit with nothing but you know, basic this on. Just coming back in, I'm like, fucking convulsing.
that's good for you.
I know it is, but
Up
it
there,
hurts.
up there, the thing they do up there is they have a sweat house, okay, a sauna.
It's called an orgy.
And you go get in the sauna, you go get in the fucking sauna, and you sit in there for about 20 minutes, and then when you come out, when you step out, and somebody, they got this bucket with ice water,
Cold water, yeah.
and they dump it on you, and you're butt naked now. And then you gotta walk to the house.
Your dick goes.
You butt naked, dude.
Slips inside of you.
That shit was, and your pores in your skin go,
Oh yeah.
oh man, you be tingling.
Dude, we used to play Truth or Dare. It's basically just Dare at my buddy's house, and it was always in a hot tub in the middle of the winter, sitting in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, the Dare was how far can you run in your bathing suit in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it was do a snow angel, and I jumped, and I sliced up my back. Like not like deep, like
Oh,
but,
okay.
like definitely I left blood, right? It was just like
Definitely I left blood.
Dude, I got back in the hot tub with that, and it was like exhilarating pain actually getting back in as
Yeah.
well as getting out.
Yeah. Wow.
Did you ever watch Old
Old?
with that M. Night Shyamalan
Rudy?
Old movie called Old?
No.
Dude, it was a crazy concept. Like, it was an island place like this, and there's a cove, and they force these people to go to this cove because you age 2 hours every half, or you age 2 years every half hour.
Well, that sucks. It's 4 years and 4 years an hour.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like
I love how you explained it. 2 years every half hour.
Who comes up with this shit, man?
and Night Shyamalan, I guess.
Oh, yeah, okay.
1 year every 3 months.
It makes all the sense in the world. Yeah, you're right. He's weird.
So.
He's weird.
He
He comes up with some weird
He
shit.
has weird shit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But it turns out it's like some fucking pharmaceutical company is testing drugs on people,
Check it out.
and it's the best way to test the drugs on them because they're you get the full life cycle in a year or in a day on most people. Like the baby, the fucking kids. These kids were like 5 years old. They end up like at some point they turn into teenagers. There's a couple of like the kids or whatever. They feed them a bunch of food because obviously they're metabolizing like crazy.
Like
So-
crazy. Burn that
so-
shit
But
up.
they end up having a baby,
Damn.
Yeah, ended up getting the girl got pregnant because 2 teenage kids that don't know anything, so they end up fucking. And they have a baby, and then the baby comes out, and then within seconds the baby turns, like within a half hour the baby's dust. Not a half hour, but it dies quickly.
Whoops.
You know, like it's just like,
Oh,
dude,
come on.
creep. The kids get out. One's 5 and one's like 11, and they get out and they've aged like 50. Like they look, one's 45 in age and one's 51 in age.
What a way to
When
go.
they get out, like
Yeah.
What a fucking way
I
to
was
go.
sick, 'cause
everyone
as
else
the dad
dies.
of a 6-year-old, I can't imagine filming a 5-year-old
Well, because everyone.
in a movie.
Oh no.
That'd be a fucking nightmare.
No, they aged pretty quickly. They were by the time that
Yeah.
they were
Makes
teenagers.
sense.
The mom and dad die because by nighttime, and they are gonna die by the morning. But they figure a way out. You have to like sneak in or something.
What sick ass mind thought of that shit?
Dude, his movie is amazing. The one where the guy has multiple personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Split.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Great movie.
Dude,
Was,
you got
that was what you right? That was Nicolas Cage, right?
No, I
Oh.
wish.
Oh.
It was.
Nick Cage is the man. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, he is. He is.
Dude,
Fucking
did you see the one where he's in the fucking the kids' playhouse or whatever? Oh, what the hell is it called? Oh,
No, I do not know which one you're talking
you
about.
don't know.
His movie that just came out in the theater looks really good though.
Raise a vampire?
No. This one's been out for a minute now.
No, I don't remember what it's called, but it looks good. It's not rentable yet, but I'll give you some synopsis.
What about the one where he plays twins?
Twins. Oh, Magnolia.
Is that it? Okay.
Magnolia. He plays.
It's not Magnolia. That's
That's
Face Off.
No.
Where he gets his face cut
No,
off.
No, that's not Face Off.
Magnolia is where he plays 2 twins that write like 2 writers.
Two guys that are twins, yeah.
It's real life. It's like a real fucking story about.
He's been in a lot of weird movies.
Dude, he'll take anything. He ran out of money. Like, he does more B-real movies than you'll ever believe. But National Treasure, maybe the greatest movie of all time. My favorite growing up. Fucking love it, dude. I just watched it again the other day.
Oh god.
I was on mushrooms, and I was like, yup, this is happening. It's been a decade.
That motherfucker has castles. He's got houses all around the world.
Well, that's his problem, is he spent all this money.
Well, they said his wine bill was like, I think 80,000 a month or something. But he just made that Dracula movie, right?
What? Yeah, he made a Dracula movie.
Here it is. Go back. Two. Dream Scenario is actually
Oh, I remember.
looks really good.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Where he's in. Have you seen the preview?
Uh,
Go watch it. It's like a trippy movie. Where he's in everybody's dream.
What about the one where he gets burnt up at the end? The Wicker or something. What was that called? It was weird. It was really weird.
not the piece.
Put on
He gets stabbed in
Dream
the eye.
Scenario.
We can listen to this one
I think
because it's a
it's
fucking
very
trailer.
I really didn't like it.
Why does the zebra look the way it does? Hey, focus.
This is over. No, it's different now.
The villains.
Oh, you've been on my mind recently. You just keep popping up in my dreams. You don't do anything, you're just there. So, this specific person, the remarkable nobody, I also had that experience. Do you have a picture?
We found them in people's dreams. That's crazy.
Have you been dreaming about me? Have I been dreaming about you? Yeah. There's like 100 messages. Somebody wants to interview me.
This is strange. Maybe you should take a minute and think before you do anything
I
drastic.
almost went and saw it in the past.
Why me? I don't know. I'm special, I guess.
Where he's playing a weird character, so he seems
Here we go
good.
viral.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
actually had a dream about me?
Nice soundtrack.
just getting, but I'm going to have nightmares.
I wish I was the one people were dreaming about.
Me too.
Yeah, no, it's something. How's he dealing with all this?
We're not even the type of people that like attention, you know? You think other people are seeing you naked?
Makes no sense. I hope I'm behaving in your dreams.
Oh, no, you're not.
So I'm finally cool, huh?
I didn't say
You
that.
hear that, Janet? She's saying I'm a cool dad. Oh,
I really feel like you're playing with fire here.
Dad, please help me!
I'm not actually doing anything to them.
You know, fame can come with some less desirable side effects. You should be prepared for that.
Maybe we should cool this thing off.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's embarrassing.
Which part?